Hi everyone, welcome to the Love Hour. Today we are going to talk about friendship. Friendship is something that's quite big, and I know a lot of people will say nowadays there are no friends, there are no true friends. I don't want to have any friends. I don't need friends. But I think we all do need friends. There are different types of friends. It just depends on the category of friendship that particular person is. And sometimes probably that person will not know what category they belong in your life. My question is, do friendship always have to last forever?
That question is not a very straightforward
It's
question.
not at all.
It depends on the kind of friendship. Some friendship
Yeah.
will last forever, but most obviously wouldn't last forever for several reasons.
Yeah.
As we go into this discussion more, you will understand precisely why some friendship may not necessarily last forever. But first, if we have to talk about people who feel that they don't need friends at all because friendship is not beneficial, it's full of emotional drain. If you have had the kind of friendship we normally describe as a toxic friendship, you will eventually see friendship as something ominous, as something not beneficial, as something that could create excessive emotional drain. Because the toxic relationship, or rather the toxic friendship, is friendship between two individuals, where one friend or the two friends involve in excessive manipulation, characterized with emotional drain. When you are involved in those kind of friendship, and if unfortunately all the friends you've had all your life, or the majority of the friends you've had, falls into that category of toxic relationship or toxic friendship, you will eventually come to the conclusion that you don't need friends. I've heard people who say I don't, particularly girls, saying that they don't need female friends, probably because they've had toxic female relationships.
It's always the experience that always, impact on your decision in life.
Perfect. But if you look at what friendship actually means, you will discover that friendship is desirable. First, I want to start with this assumption, or rather presumption, that human beings, we are social animals. In other words, we cannot live alone. We cannot live in isolation.
Yes.
We always interact. In fact, isolation can affect your mental health.
Yes.
That's is almost an axiom in medicine. I believe that.
I know we just always say, I don't need friends. I want to be alone because of the kind of friends that you've had in the past, and you rather just be alone to protect your mental health.
Absolutely.
But in the real sense of the word, being alone also have its own.
It has its own. If friendship, if we go strictly by the definition.
And that is where it came in, where I said there are different types of friends.
Yes. So that's the broad definition of friendship. But the principle that anchor friendship is that of understanding and support, shared experiences, and genuine interest in the welfare of each other. So where you talk about that genuine interest in the welfare of each other, then there is genuine friendship. And then that again, you can classify friendship into different categories. For example, we have a close friend. We have a best friend, for example, which is derived from close friend. A best friend is a close friend that is more like a family. You've regarded that person more like a family, then that person becomes a best friend. A close friend is one you share deep secrets about yourself with. People that knows quite a lot about you. And there is that genuine interest in the welfare of each other, and they support shared experience. Then you also have other forms of friendship, like friends you have when you were in primary school. If you are still childhood friends, you still have connection with them. That's a childhood friend. That friendship is based on more of nostalgic experience. Each time you meet, you talk about what happened in the past and so on.
Those are the kind of friends you say those days.
Quite often it's never in the present. It's always about the past. And in addition to that, you also have professional friends. Friends that
work colleagues. Even though people regard those ones as like work colleagues are not your friends, but they are some kind of friends. You can be close to some of them, not necessarily being your bestie.
Absolutely. No, they are your friend within that setting. Within that setting,
perfect, exactly.
You need them.
That's true.
So different, like when you talk about friendship last forever. there are some friendship, obviously, they are not meant to last forever at all.
You have situational friends.
Situational friends. That's what I talked about. Situational friends are friends you
meet in a situation,
particular circumstances.
You can travel, camping. It can be an adventure.
It could even be a situation of crisis.
Yeah.
You will all have that shared experience at the time. And once that situation is over, and everybody will go your way. I've attended several workshops.
Yeah.
And you make friends, you have discussions with them, and then by the time you leave, it's all gone. Yeah. Not necessarily. And when friendship, there are some close friends actually at different stages in your life.
Yeah.
Someone that I would describe as my close friend when I was in primary school, I may not even remember their name right now.
Yeah.
And then in the secondary school also,
Me too.
you may have also circumstances must have drifted you apart.
Yes.
But what I'm trying to say is that the absence of that close friendship does not necessarily mean enmity.
Yeah.
You are still friends. It's just that circumstances have drifted you apart.
Yeah.
It could be changing interest. You no longer share the same interest. It could be distance. It could be growth and development. Usually, as you grow and develop, sometimes you find it difficult to interact with people that were your close friends before. I belong to a certain WhatsApp group based on past relationship. And when I look at the chat and the discussion going on there, I begin to think, okay, these guys really my close friends then. The level of thinking is still there. Some of them have not developed or grown much. But the affection is still there. That affection is what what makes it friendship. But then it doesn't necessarily have to be close all the time. And another thing I discovered is that the older you get, the lesser the friends you have.
Yeah, that I will tell you for a fact. And there's no malice anywhere or anything like that. And that's where people get it twisted. Because you grow, you are evolving, your interest is changing, you have family, you need to focus and dedicate your time, your precious time with your family to create those memories. That doesn't mean that you don't care about friends. But at that point, they are not your main priority. But now and then you can meet and then talk about things. But naturally, sometimes, friendship just fall apart naturally. Without fight, without quarrel, without anything.
I was thinking that the absence of real connection, that emotional connection, does not necessarily mean enmity.
And there are some friends that they are not always there. But anytime you meet up, it's like, it's just, wow.
Yeah, the affection.
You will catch up, you will laugh. There's no blame anywhere. Whereas, you don't call on me all the time. You don't. Is that entitlement sometimes?
When it comes into friendship, it is toxic.
It is toxic.
That's the toxic friendship.
Oh, it is toxic. You didn't tell me you were doing this. You didn't say you were going here. Why was I not informed this?
It's
like taking ownership.
I called you yesterday. You have not returned my call.
Yes.
So I called you. You refused to answer my call. That's what something was saying. You refused to answer my call. They are not aware of what you were doing. Whether you were even in the hospital, you were sick, or those are called. It's an attempt to manipulate your emotion to make you feel guilty for not responding. One important thing about friendship is that it's voluntary.
It is.
It's voluntary. It's not obligatory. It's not something. It's different from other form of relationship.
And some are even convenience.
That's what.
There are some where you just feel some kind of responsibility. It depends on how the deepness of the friendship and all that. But most of the time, it's not supposed to be something that's going to cause constant quarrel. Sometimes over what you're asking yourself, what are we fighting over? What are we quarreling over? When jealousy sneaking and all those things.
I would say I don't think I would be too wrong if I say that 50% of friendships are really toxic. They're toxic relationship. And that you see jealousy, envy. There was a time I was really very scared that some people I describe as my friend, I would be scared to tell them give them any good news about life.
Progressing in your life.
Because you feel that it's going to make them feel bad, it's going to make them feel that they are not doing well. And each time you have negative news, I don't feel scared telling them because that makes them really happy. That's when they are closer to you. That's not good friendship. That's quite toxic. So the older you get, the fewer friends you have, because your definition of friendship that time become you begin to understand precisely what it should be.
100%.
What it should 100%. Be, and then you begin to be a bit skeptical in opening up making new friends
Yeah.
with people. You are just you be on the lookout to see when you see those things that is toxic that you have seen in the past, you tend to move away quickly. That's why as you grow older, obviously you have.
So in essence, friendship is not always meant to last forever.
Yeah.
Some people are there for a certain period of time, and when it ends, it ends.
Yeah.
There's no need dragging. There's no contract. There's nothing. It has to be convenient. It has to be voluntary.
Yeah.
It has to be something that you enjoy. Not like you are coming and then your heart is you're having palpitation because your friend is coming. Oh, let me hide this. Oh, my friend must not know this about me. That's not friendship.
Yeah.
So
if you are hiding issues, and that emotional drain is it's coming in, because that's actually what typifies a toxic relationship.
And I tell my kids now, it do not make much sense because we've all been there where you just feel like friendship is important. Oh, it's the main thing. Oh, my friends this, my friend that. And I will tell them, don't take it too serious. Friendships are like, you have good friends, yes, that's it. It's not a do or die thing.
Enjoy it while
but
you
will realize as you are growing, because that's the point I am in my life. And that statement you made, the older you get, the fewer friends you have. I've seen that. Fewer friends. I have very, very few. Do I even have friends? I don't know.
I've had situations where people actually introduce me as their friend, and I told her, look,
am I really?
I've not seen you in that light, you know. But, it's not. I'm not being.
It's the misunderstanding, and I think some people don't even understand what friendship is, and the level. That's why they don't know where the line is.
Yeah.
They expect too much. They become entitled, and that is where
once entitlement comes into a relationship, it becomes
jealousy.
Yeah.
So guys, let's end the topic today. Let's see what you think about what friendship is about. Let's see in the comment section, and we'll see you again soon. Bye.
Thank you very much. Bye.